students, welcome to the third part. It's based on history of taxonomy. So this is part 1 of this history. It sounds quite boring, yes, but this history of biological classification is not that boring because you will find it interesting to know about the various types of classifications or various things that were introduced by the scientists. So let's begin with the journey of this history. Biological classification. Now we will be understanding history of taxonomy. This is part 1. So before beginning with this history of taxonomy, I would like to ask you one question. What is taxonomy? Do you know? Okay. Taxonomy, sometimes also known as systematics, is the science of classifying organisms. Okay, it is a science in which we are classifying organisms. Let's begin with the history. First, we will take the scientist Aristotle. Aristotle is the father of biology and zoology. So, he is the father of both. Next, he subdivided all the plants and animals by their habitat like air, sea or land dwellers. For example, this bird, this is a bird, it is an air dweller. This is fish and it is a sea dweller, and this is horse, it is a land dweller. So based on this, on the habitat of each and every organism, Aristotle subdivided them. Then came the scientist Theophrastus. He is known as the father of ancient plant taxonomy as well as the father of botany. Aristotle is the father of biology and zoology, and Theophrastus is the father of botany. He wrote many books, on plants, and few of them are Historia Plantarum, Causes of Plants, and Inquiry into Plants. He proposed first classification of organisms. So first classification of organisms is proposed by first classification of plant kingdom. Theophrastus proposed first classification of plant kingdom. Then came the scientist John Ray. John Ray was a botanist and he was the first to use the Latin name for naming. Today we are using Latin names while naming plants and organisms to make the naming process universal. So this Latin name was introduced by John Ray. His name were very long. In fact, they were very long because they tell about the description of everything about the plant. For example, if you have to name a rose, under John Ray's nomenclature, it will be named as a flower having red color and having thorns on its stems, like this. Very big name. Exactly. You will not call it rose. Imagine you are calling a red flower having petals and sepals and thorns on its stems. Very big name. Exactly like this. John Ray's name were very big because they are describing the complete characteristic features of that plant or organism into this name. Carolus Linnaeus, the scientist, father of taxonomy, and he gave the most popular and today's system of nomenclature, that is the binomial nomenclature. He wrote many books again. First one was Systema Naturae. It was published, he wrote this book on 1737. And then he wrote Philosophia Botanica, Genera Plantarum and Species Plantarum. This Species Plantarum was his last book which he wrote in the year 1753. Now, I am going to test your knowledge. Who is the father of zoology? Yes, we have discussed. Exactly, Aristotle. And who is the father of botany? We discussed it again. Yes, Theophrastus. And last question, who is the father of taxonomy? Yes, it is Carolus Linnaeus. If you have any query, just go to the website askiitians.com, click on the discussion board, select the category of your question type your question over there and get it answered from our experts, the experts of askIITians within 24 to 48 hours free of cost. Well students, this is all about History of Taxonomy Part 1. In this we have understood about the concepts of Aristotle, John Ray, Theophrastus and Carolus Linnaeus. Now moving on to the next part of this History of Taxonomy, that is part 2. So please play the next video.